First of all, the answer is I will not be going to the funeral.
What's up? My name is Ken Bimbo, the MC with the sauce. Don't forget to subscribe to J. Cool.
I just wanted to share something with you that one of the comments I consistently see on my page is, why don't you go to the funeral? And the answer is very simple. First of all, the answer is I will not be going to the funeral, because I think that in light of what has happened, because of the statements I've made, I wouldn't be welcome there. I would be a negative element there. And also, it wouldn't be wise. The Word of God says that a wise man sees harm and he moves away from it. He shields himself from it. You don't run to harm, you run from it. And I remember, do you remember when innocent Kalimanshi felt that he was brave and he thought he was Rambo, and he went to the PF Secretariat and he literally forced his way into the Secretariat, and a bunch of hooligans that were high on alcohol and methamphetamines and all of that jazz, as soon as he drove into the premises of the PF, they descended on him like locusts. They descended on him like wasps. They beat him to a pulp within an inch of his life. Not only that, but they destroyed his car. Now, there are people whose goal it is that would love to do that, only because, you know, people want to take out their frustration and their anger on you, and any excuse that is presented to them, any opportunity that is presented to them to where they can do that, they can exercise their frustration, they can they can vent their anger on you, they'll do it. I mean, if I got up right now and I said, you know, I'm going to be brave and I'm going to go to the funeral, that wouldn't be wise, because there are young people there now. I mean, you saw the video yesterday when Rough Kid, is it Rough Kid? Tell me in the comments. I can't even see your comments. There's this young man, I don't know who he is. I think he's called Rough Kid, or not Rough Kid, Y Celeb, whoever the hell that is. I don't know these kids. Y Celeb shows up at the funeral house, and I mean, that type of youth activity is not something that I would want to throw myself in, because that type of youth would descend on me. Because, you know, those kids are high. You know, they're drunk, they're taking all types of methamphetamines, and they're angry, and all it takes at a place like that, all it takes is someone to say, and then those kids would just and they wouldn't even think twice about descending on me. They would do it within a heartbeat. They would beat me within an inch of my life, and they would walk away very pleased that they had done that. And unfortunately, in the current climate that we're in, because people have misunderstood me, there are many of you that would be very happy if that happened. I mean, you would be so gleeful if you heard that, oh, Mwewa Lane mtulelinso. Ngachia kui, yo achia kuchiro, so filia chia, vamtulelinso. Ichipampamina. That's why he's very stubborn. So vamchitavewino. Those are the comments that would come out. And really, when I read your comments, when you say to me, no, we're waiting for you, kuchiro. That's what you're peddling. You want me to buy into this falsity that, no, if we were brave. Honey, I'm 55 years old. You cannot manipulate me into doing that. I'm not a 19-year-old boy that's succumbing to peer pressure. That is stuff that you do in secondary school. Honey, I'm a man regardless. Whether I go, I don't go, I stay, I'm a man. My gender has nothing to do with my ability to show up at a funeral, and much less a funeral that I'm not welcome at. I'm not welcome there. And the reason is because I've said some things that I feel are truthful, according to me. And unfortunately, in Zambia, we don't like facing the truth. We don't like that. We don't like dealing with the issue that this country is grappling with drunk driving, and people are dying because of it. You know, the world is not sunshine and rainbows. You know, life is not sunshine and rainbows. It will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. That's a line from Rocky Balboa, just so you know. And so to answer your question, I will not be going to I would have wanted to, you know, I'm going to say I would have loved to, but that's the wrong word. I would have wanted to pay my respects to Dandy, because as some of you, not all of you, some of you know that Dandy was, every time I spoke to him, I never met him physically. I only engaged with him on the phone. I think I spoke to him maybe 2 or 3 times. You know, the first time I pranked him, and the second time I called him to, you know, just see if we can get together, and for some reason we couldn't do it, you know. But every time I spoke to Dandy, he was very jovial. He was so funny. Dandy Crazy was one of the funniest guys I've ever heard. Hilarious, you know. And it's just that my comments bruised a lot of people, and unfortunately, a lot of guys have taken a political sort of stance. My comment now has turned political because there are a lot of PF guys who would love to see me at Dandy Crazy's funeral so that they can met out violence against me, because they consider me to be anti-them. And so they would love to use this situation and use this as an excuse to met out violence against me. But, you know, I'm not going to do that. I would never go to a place that I'm not welcome, because you end up being beaten. No, once it's done, it's done. And I wouldn't want to do that. So to answer your question, I'm not going, unfortunately. All right. Thought I'd share that with you. Thank you for watching. Rest in peace, Dandy. I just wanted to share something with you that one of the comments I consistently see on my page is, why don't you go to the funeral? And the answer is very simple. First of all, the answer is I will not be going to the funeral, because I think that in light of what has happened, because of the statements I've made, I wouldn't be welcome there. I would be a negative element there. And also, it wouldn't be wise. The Word of God says that a wise man sees harm.
Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, J Cool, and turn on the notification bell, cause I'm gonna see you in the next video.